I'm going to be reading 3 mini books I got out of a book advent calendar thing. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, this is like the books, and I'm gonna go through them and like choose 3 or 2 or however many we end up getting done today. I'm hoping we get a good few because they're only short. And yeah, let's get into it. So we will be reading 101 Dalmatians, and I've chosen 2. I'm going to leave the second one a secret for the second part of the video. So yeah, let's get into it. Roger was a musician. He lived in a flat with Pongo, his pet Dalmatian. One day, Roger got married to a lovely person called Antia, and she owned a beautiful lady Dalmatian called Perdita. Soon Perdita was accepting a litter of puppies. Life seemed perfect until one day an old friend of Antia's, Cruella de Vil, came in to visit. Perdita and Pongo were frightened of her. "Where are the puppies?" Cruella demanded. "They're not expected for another 3 weeks," Antia replied. "You must let me know when they arrive. I just adore Dalmatian puppies. Their coats are so beautiful." And with that, Cruella swept out of the house in a flurry. 3 weeks later, Perdita and Pongo became the proud parents of 15 puppies. Roger, Antia, and Nanny, the housekeeper, were delighted. The very next day, Cruella returned. 15 puppies! She cried excitedly. "I'll buy all of them." "Oh, no, you won't," said Roger. "They're not for sale." "You fools! You'll be sorry," Cruella cried, storming out of the house. One night, soon after, Cruella's henchmen, Horace and Jasper Badham, lay in wait to dognap the puppies. They sat in their van and waited for Roger and Antia to take Perdita and Pongo for their evening walk. Once the coast was clear, the Badhams forced their way into the house. When Nanny tried to stop them, the Badhams looked at her in a broom cupboard. By the time Nanny managed to escape, the Badhams were gone. And so were the puppies. The police immediately launched an investigation, but as the days went by, the puppies were still not found. At last, Pongo and Perdita, "You humans aren't getting anywhere. We'll have to find the puppies ourselves." Pongo decided to try the twilight bark. This was the quickest way for dogs to send and receive news across the country. That evening, the 2 Dalmatians were taken for their walk. Pongo barked the alert 3 loud barks and a howl from the top of Primrose Hill. After a moment, answering bark was heard. "It's a Great Dane at Hampstead," Pongo said to Perdita, and he barked out his message. Danny the Great Dane was very surprised by the message. 15 Dalmatian puppies have been stolen," he told his terrier friend. "The humans haven't been able to find them, so it's up to us to send out an all-dog alert with the twilight bark." Danny's big, deep voice began to send the news all over London. The 2 mongrels heard the alert and said, "I think we should let the rest of the country know." And so, within the hour, word had spread north, south, east, and west, all over England. Before too long, the twilight bark reached an old sheepdog called Connell, who lived on a farm. Connell's friends, a horse named Captain, a cat named Tibbs, listened too. They were all very surprised to hear that 15 puppies had been stolen. "That's funny," Tibbs said to Captain. "And Connell, I heard the puppies barking all over Deville's house last night. But no one lives there now," said Connell. "We must go and see what's going on." So Connell and Tibbs went quietly to the house and peered through the broken window. Inside the house, Horace and Jasper Baden were eating supper, relaxing in front of the television. All round the room were puppies. Not 15 or even 50, but 99 of them. Connell quickly returned to Captain's stable and loudly barked the good news. Within no time at all, the twilight bark sent the message all the way back to London that the puppies had been found. It finally reached the ears of Perdita and Pongo. They set off across snowy countryside as fast as they could to rescue their puppies. Meanwhile, Tibbs was keeping watch on the house. When he saw Cruella drive up the front door, when he went to the broken window to hear what was happening, Cruella was ordering the Badens to kill the puppies. "I want their skins for fur coats," she cried. "I'll be back first thing in the morning." With that warning hanging in the air, she turned and was gone. Tibbs was horrified. Fur coats from puppy skins? What a terrible thought. There wasn't a moment to lose. As soon as the Badens began watching the television again, Tibbs crept through the broken window and whispered to the nearest puppy, "Tell everyone. They must escape. Cruella is after your coats." When all the puppies had been alerted, Tibbs led them to a hiding place. As soon as the Badens discovered that the puppies had gone, they searched all over the house and eventually found them cowering under the stairs. Tibbs was in front, ready to protect them from the Badens. Meanwhile, Connell had met up with Perdita and Pongo and led them to the Deville house. They arrived just in the nick of time, quickly bounded into action. Perdita attacked Horace Baden, while Pongo tore at Jasper's Baden trousers. Under the cover of the fight, Tibbs led the puppies out of the house into safety of Captain's stable. Leaving the Badens to heap on the floor, Perdita and Pongo dashed after the puppies. "Are all our 15 here?" asked Perdita anxiously. "You're 15 and a few more," replied Captain. "There are 99. 99, said Pongo, astonished. Whatever did Cruella want with the 99 puppies? There was silence for a moment. Then one little puppy said, "She was going to make fur coats out of us." Perdita and Pongo looked at each other in horror. They had never heard of anything so evil. "We'll just have to take them back to London with us," said Perdita. "I'm sure Roger and Antia will look after them." Okay, so that's where I'm going to have to end it for today because the 7-minute time limit is up. So, yeah. Bye, guys. See you guys next time.